thought I'd talk about my credit that I've worked very hard on getting over the years. Ever since I was an adult, moved out on my own, you know, I thought that I wouldn't have any good credit. And when I started out, I had no credit at all. Some people start out with bad credit. I started with no credit. And I think a lot of it started with, well, luck is how I started. The very first time I had any credit, I went into one of the stores and I bought some materials and I didn't have enough. And the guy goes, "Do you want to open up an account?" And I said, like, "What do you mean?" Because I'd never heard of it before. And he said, "You open up an account and charge stuff throughout the month. You'll have to start out small and then, not very much, like keep it below $100. And then the next month you pay it off." And I thought, wow, that's really neat. Because I didn't have enough money to buy, it was some nails, is what it was. Anyway, so I did. And then I went into another store here in town, and they did the same thing. And so I had two accounts. And then the pharmacy, they opened up an account for me. So that was three places. And they also sold cigarettes, so I bought cigarettes from them every month, but also meds or whatever. And I paid it off always on time in the amount that I was supposed to pay. I've always believed in that. You know what I mean? They gave me what I needed, so I need to pay them. I've seen people around me who would come up with some story. Sometimes they had the money, they just didn't want to give it all, and so they'll make payments and stuff. And before you know it, their credit's closed at those kind of places. Anyway, the big thing that finally happened was I went to a bank to get a loan for $500, and I used my car for collateral. Now, what was pretty, I was nervous. I went in there with my case manager, in fact, and so she gave me the support I needed because I never dealt with the bank before, and so I was quite nervous, but I needed the money really bad. And so I went in there, and sure enough, I got the loan. And I thought, man, that is amazing. It really was amazing. And I ended up getting three loans from that bank. But on the fourth time, they turned me down. Found out that I never should have got the first loan that they gave me. Now, that guy actually killed himself shortly afterwards. We're talking about like a month or two after I got the loan. He killed himself. He jumped off a bridge and onto a highway. And I think what happened was he already had this planned out that he was going to die. And I think he was giving out credit to people, loans that normally you wouldn't get. What was preventing me from getting the loan? An ambulance bill. I went to the hospital one time and I didn't have a medical card on me, and I was told if I send it in, it would take care of it. Well, it didn't. It ended up being on my credit report. Even though I sent the card in and everything and talked to them on the phone, it took me a couple years to actually get that, to finally be out there and get it paid with my medical card, believe it or not. But I am very thankful that he did that. Now, he said, I ended up using the three businesses that I've been doing it for years before I got this loan. So I used that as my experience, and they called all three businesses and they said he paid on time. He always pays the amount he's supposed to pay. And so that was very helpful, those three places. But him giving me that loan, even though I should have never got it, was the biggest help. Because after that, I ended up getting credit cards. Now, a lot of people talk bad about credit cards, and I'm not trying to brag in this video. I feel very blessed that I've got the credit that I got. But I think a lot of it was, luck, and because I always pay the amount that I'm supposed to pay and always pay it on time, it's helped me, because one credit card will look at the other credit card and see how well I've been doing, so they'll open up another account. And so I'm not bragging. It's just that it's a part of my life. I have relatives and friends who have crappy credit. In fact, my wife has terrible credit. She's in debt $12,000 right now. Now, I'm in debt $4,000, but usually every year I've paid off the whole amount with my taxes. But we had a car accident, and so I ended up having to get a car and took loss on the other cars, and I was in debt more than my usual. So I'm trying to get it paid off, but the point is my credit score is really good. So I'm just, every once in a while I think about it, I go like, wow, this is amazing. I mean, really, me and my second wife, we were always struggling, and I never would have ever thought that I would have had credit like I got now. And I'm not going to say the amount that it is, but it's quite high. And I'm just amazed by it, really am. I'm hoping my kids will, because they've watched what I've done over the years, that they will actually repeat what I've done, and they'll be blessed with the same thing. You just got to remember, you got to pay more than a minimum payment. I pay big chunks, and I always get what we need. So I might be broke, but whenever I need something, I get it, and then I use whatever extra money I have, it goes on to those bills. And of course my tax time too. Anyway, okay, video is long enough. Anyway, thanks for listening, and it's just me keeping it real. Bye.